Good morning, loved ones. This is Love, and I'm coming to talk to you this morning about intuition. Sometimes, more times than not, I call it the spirit. Um, some people call it a fifth mind, fifth sight here, fifth eye. But you have to be careful about intuition. I know it's said that ladies have an intuition and it's kind of stronger than a male's intuition, but this is my situation. I've been seeing what I thought was a wonderful man for 5.5 years. Not married, but I thought we were close to it. I had always been having this feeling in the back of my mind that something was up. When we first got together, I used to be like postal because I was coming from a past relationship that I was cheated on, like seriously cheated on, like for real, like my ex previous to this relationship here, I caught him in the bathroom on my cell phone talking to someone else, like in our bathroom downstairs. I had a townhouse then, but that was devastating. So I had trust issues. I had baggage going into this present relationship. So I guess my sense was already heightened. I guess I kind of knew what to look for. But beyond that, he seemed a wonderful man. Even now, in our complicated space, I still have nothing but love for him. Seriously. But this is the thing. Yeah, I digress, right? So when we first got together, I would like check his phone in the middle of the night when he would be sleeping and go through his text messages and things and go to his photos and you know what? Like, this is why I said you have to be careful of intuition, because when you go searching for something, let's believe you're going to find it. And what I mean by being careful is that when you find that information, what are you going to do with it? How is that going to affect you in the relationship moving forward? So I had found photos, I had found numbers, and being the bitch that I am, I wrote the numbers down and called them to see just, okay, what was what. I was younger. This has been 5 years, so I wasn't too young, but I was younger. I wouldn't do that now. Like, I have no time for that. Like, that's a waste of energy. But being that I found those things and being freshly in love, men, not all men, so I'm not going to say that, guys, so just don't, I'm not lumping everybody, all men in a box, but in my experience, when you're fresh in love, like, men will, my ex made it appear as if I was delusional or not seeing what I saw or not talking to the person, or that relationship that he and the other person shared was something totally different from what I was told by that person. So I brushed it off and I put those habits of seeking for information behind, because that was being a detriment to our relationship. So he would always tell me, oh, you don't trust me, you don't trust me, you don't trust me. Why do you feel that something is going on? For one, you keep your phone face down. Like, who does that? Unless you're hiding something. For two, when I've seen these things in the past, letting them go, that is always in the back of my mind. to, well, what if, be that as it may, I let it pass. If I was in a relationship, I was going to give my 100%, my all in the relationship. So that's what I did. And this year, 5 years and 3 months. This year in May, like Memorial Day weekend, crazy. He had taken my car. I had let him take my car to go to a dinner that one of his coworkers was having, and I don't know what I was doing. I think I was cleaning up, but I had graced his work pants, and he had just gotten a new phone and was keeping his previous phone, and I don't know, he was keeping that previous phone. So I grazed over it in his work pants. My first instinct was like, okay, no, just leave it on. So I went back to my room. My room is in the back. Well, our room is in the back of the house. And the spirit was telling me, and my intuition was telling me, go and check the phone. So I got the phone out and was going through like text history, phone number history, and internet history, and lo and behold, he was on Plenty of Fish. Now, if anybody knows about Plenty of Fish, you know that's, if you're in a relationship, a 5-year relationship, that's not something that you need to be on. I don't care what the deal is. That's not something that you would need to be on. So when I saw that, my heart sank. Like, the best thing that I can explain it or relate it to is a roller coaster. You know, when you go to the top and you go down and your heart just goes like to the pit of your stomach. Like, I felt like someone had punched me in my gut. Like, I was taken aback. I was relieved because what I had been made earlier to appear like, oh, you're crazy. That's not what's going on. I keep my phone on face down. I've been doing that before I met you, so I don't see why I should change. We're not married. Like, okay, so all of that was true, and all those things started coming back to me. So in this whole 5-year, 3-month experience, it made me feel as if my love, our love was one-sided. Like, I loved you, but you didn't love me. Like, I was being lied to the whole 5 years. And that did something to me. It did. So, right now, we're in a space where he is sleeping on the couch. I am sleeping in the bedroom, because our lease is up in February. So it's not up now, but it will be up in February. So, but we're sharing the same space, and it's, at times, more times than not, we're cohabitating. You know, everything is peaceful. But yesterday, you know, I try to, because we're in the same space, not bring extra energy outside into the home. Because for one, I have a respect still for him, and I would have hoped or wished that he would have that same respect for me. So yesterday, last evening, he had a call, much unlike any other calls that he would have with his guys or fellows, and I can tell by the tone in his voice that that was someone that was interested in him. So I just politely asked him about it. Oh, you met someone new. Which is fine. I just don't expect you to lie, to continue to lie. If you have, that's fine. You know, we're both adults. So that'll let me know, okay, well, everything is everything. It is what it is. Kind of like, all right, we're really moving on and going our separate ways. But this disturbed him deeply. angered him to the point of he stormed out after yelling at me. He stormed out and I guess went walking. But when he came back, he started to pack his things, saying that he couldn't be in the same presence. In one of our previous arguments, he had made the comment that he was in a living hell. And you guys, I have been nothing but nice. Of course, at times, like I have said some things to like get under his skin because I've been hurt and angry. But I don't see how it could have been, or this environment could have been a living hell for anyone. I still like do things as if we were still in a relationship, not sex, mind you, but other things as if I'm looking or keeping his best interest at hand. And yeah, that's where we are now. So be careful of your intuition. Trust your intuition. I cannot stress that enough because it never leads you wrong. You know, the Spirit never leads you wrong. Trust it, follow it. And when you find out things that the Spirit has moved you to search for, what will those things, or how will those things that you found out propel or interrupt your life, in the direction of your life, and how will it change the direction of your life? Me, for this, and in this instance, I thought I had, as Chrisette Michele would say, a couple of forevers. But in this instance, it's not that. So, and I never wanted to be back in this realm of dating, and I thought that was behind me. I'm terrified of being back in that rigmarole because it's, you know, faking phoniness, and I'm too old for all that. That was love back then. But yeah, just follow the Spirit, follow your intuition, and prepare yourself for what the Spirit shows you and what intuition opens up for you, and be ready to handle that and deal with that and live with that. That's it for now. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved.